And welcome once again to another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents
J&M Solve the World
Alcohol Review.
I'm James.
And I am Matt, and tonight we are trying something that I have seen several times in the liquor store.
Oh, yeah.
I walk by it all the time. I keep wanting to say Howler Monkey.
Right.
Because, well, the label looks like a Howler Monkey, and you can see that label right about now. But it's Howler Head Monkey Spirit.
And if you read down here in the very fine print,
Which, of course, I don't have my glasses. You
it
do.
says Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey with natural banana flavor.
It is.
Like, I mean, you got
It's 40% alcohol.
Monkey Spirit. He's eating bananas.
Yeah.
They get a little.
It's 80 proof.
They get a little fermented. Everything's monkey get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where is it? Where's it made?
Well, on the
It's
back here.
Yeah, I don't have my
says-
glasses on, so I've got to go with the guy with the corrected vision.
Says here, produced and bottled by Catalyst Spirits LLC, Houston, Texas.
So how do you have a Kentucky straight bourbon in Houston, Texas? That's like making salsa in New York City.
It must be a Kentucky bourbon recipe that they're making in Houston, Texas.
It must be.
That's the only. I mean, it's still the United States, so I guess they could still call it a bourbon.
Yeah.
But you think about it. Maybe the old boy that invented this recipe was in Kentucky. Said, you know, shit's great here, but I need to move west to make my fortune. And he made it all the way to Houston and said, fuck that shit. I'm not going any further because these planes suck. And they started producing it in Houston. I don't know. I mean, I've just watched 1883, so I'm like.
I mean, it sounds good, and it briefs well.
Yeah. But, you know, it could be like in 1883. Spoiler alert. Maybe his daughter died in Houston, and that's where he settled.
Could be.
You know.
Could be.
They were heading to Oregon. I don't know how they got to Houston from Kentucky going to Oregon, but, you know, I don't.
I mean, anybody in the Gen X generation has played Oregon Trail. And if you haven't died from dysentery, you weren't playing the right Oregon Trail.
Dysentery, Indian attacks, snake bites, cholera.
Yeah.
I mean, all the good ones.
But much like always, we're going to give it the initial taste. And we'll get the flavor, and it'll kind of cleanse the palate. We're still getting the taste and everything.
Right.
And then we'll go into the actual taste where we will rate it.
Sounds good.
All right. So here we go. Oh, I almost forgot. Our custom-made rocks glasses, which you will see again right about now. Custom J&M Solve the World rocks glasses sent to me after I jacked my knee up by a friend of mine that I have known for many years. And I'm going to leave it at that because you never ask a woman her age.
Right.
Miss Jonna Von Barons, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. Can't wait to have you on the podcast once again because it was fun.
And it was a pleasure for me to meet her in St. Louis at the Metallica concert.
Yes. I would love to have her on to talk about her career because she archives books for the University of Illinois.
Nice.
She's had books dating back to the 1700s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got to archive them. They've got to digitize them and stuff like that. But there's there's a very distinct way.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I'm not even going to try to explain it because that's not my job.
Exactly.
I didn't go to college for it. Wait for it. I didn't even go. Well, actually, I did, but I digress.
I'm just a body man. I hate my department.
Yeah. I push papers and twist my knee getting out of the van. But here we go.
It could have been something cool, like you got ran over by a skateboarder or some shit, or
Right, but at least I'll say this, and not to get off subject of the Howler Head Monkey Spirit whiskey, but I went big because not only did I tear my ACL, no, I tore the ACL off the bone, which pulled a chunk of the bone, and then I separated the meniscus from the bone as well. Mm-hmm. So now I get to have reconstructive ACL surgery where they're going to take a piece of my quad and make a new ACL and then
you're not
reattach.
gonna get a cadaver?
No. Well, you've seen my quads.
Yeah.
They're big enough. I think I could.
I thought they had to do a tendon to a tendon.
I don't know. It's a knee specialist that said that, so
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I'm just a body man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't even know what I am anymore. I wish I
You're
was
a podcaster.
Yeah, I wish I was Batman. I'm Batman. But here we go. Salud.
Salud.
Ooh, man. That last little bit there, you definitely get that bourbon, that 80 proof bourbon burn.
Right.
And it like opens up the senses to where it starts to cool. It's
yeah, like I say, the initial is like just any regular 80 proof bourbon, not necessarily regular, but any.
You're right.
But then you kind of get that little bit of sweet banana.
Yeah, there's not that harsh charcoal flavor
Right.
like you get with a lot of actual bourbons.
Right.
And yeah, you get that little bit of banana sweetness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll have some of that.
Yeah.
Well, and then we can go ahead and we'll do the final shot and do our ratings.
Sounds
But
good.
first, I want you to watch this. Maybe I should have hit that before. But here we go.
Salud.
Salud. Yeah, definitely taste that bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
I can taste a little bit more of the banana now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as strong as like the Elvis Midnight Snack,
No.
where you get that strong banana peanut butter smoky.
Yeah, because you're getting that combination.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's damn near the right amount of banana. You know, if you're looking for something that's the straight bourbon whiskey, but with just a little touch more flavor to it.
A little bit of sweetness, just a smidge.
I can see, and Dwight texted me the other day and said, "Thanks for your suggestion." I dipped my cigar in whatever peanut butter whiskey he had. I can see dipping your cigar in that. Give it that little bit of a sweet tip taste.
I think it would depend on the cigar.
Well, yeah.
I think it would have to be a darker, more bold flavor cigar. But yeah, I could see where it would taste better.
I mean, not make the whiskey taste better, but I mean, I can see where you could.
Yeah, it'd make
instead of just giving your fucking cigar a blowjob, you know.
What?
Dip a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you going to give it?
I was kind of surprised. I'd like to try it over ice.
Yes.
I'm going to go 7.
You're going to go 7.
I'll go 7.
Um,
I mean, it's a good 7 for my palate, you know.
yeah. You know, I'll yeah, I mean, even
If I give it a 6, Dana White's going to come whip my ass.
Is he though?
No.
Is he? You know, I'm right there, like 6.5, 7 on it, but
we have no halves.
right. But the aftertaste isn't harsh. Initially, you got that where you want to, your mouth starts watering. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, you got that little burn, the bourbon,
Right.
80 proof bourbon.
Right. But it goes away quick.
Right.
And I'm gonna have to give it a 7 as well.
And that may be, I mean, who knows what the banana flavoring is? I'm sure it's artificial. But maybe that's why
Shit.
you get that little burn.
Yeah, I don't know what that says.
But then it kind of, that little sweetness kind of kicks that burn off.
I'd like to know how they add the flavor.
Yeah.
Because with cinnamon, your better cinnamon whiskeys, they use a cinnamon stick in the barrel. Your honey whiskeys, they'll actually add actual honey in the barrel.
Right.
Well,
that's why the honeys, you know, especially when you put them in the freezer, when you go to start pouring them out into a glass like this, it's thick.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Especially a good Irish whiskey with Irish honey. But I digress.
If you wonder what the name of that is, go back and watch prior episodes of.
Yes, there's a whole episode about said Irish whiskey with real Irish honey. But there you go, folks. 14 out of 20. Not too shabby.
I'd have it in my dry bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like I say, I'd like to try it over ice.
Right. I kind of
maybe a little touch of water.
And it's almost like you need a freezer or a wine refrigerator to where you could really bring the temperature down. And instead of having these bottles out on display, they're all sitting in the freezer.
There you go.
And then you just write like on the cap.
The date you put them in there.
Yeah.
This has been aging for 48 hours in the freezer.
Right.
At 0.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But definitely worth a try.
Yeah, like I say, I've seen this all over the place.
Howler Head Monkey Spirits. No, it is spirit. It's singular.
Spirit. Yep.
40% alcohol, 80 proof.
Totally off the subject here.
Yeah.
But not. Does that look a little bit like Rogan? His logo?
I mean,
Hi, Joe. Listen to you all the time, buddy.
But until next time, you have just watched another episode of Stu Him Productions presents
J&M, Solve the World.
Alcohol Review.
I've been James.
And I've been Matt. And until next time, you keep one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter, and we will be seeing you.
Peace.